I'm like, I don't know if you guys are really best friends. I don't dance with Nada just to get up and dance with Nada. We dance together at parties because I asked Kane if I could twerk on her at parties, and she would say no. She said, you said I was daddy and you wanted to be controlled, but when I tell you something and I don't ask you, I'm being rude. You should be careful what you ask for if you really don't want it. And, like, would basically say, like, everything that she, like, basically anytime she would be mean to me, she would basically say I asked for it because I called her daddy and I told her that I wanted to have control and, like, that I wanted her to have control and stuff. I would talk to her if she would answer my calls, but she doesn't. But I would tell her, oh, like, I want you to take control during, like, sex. Like, I want you to do this. And, like, I want you to, like, do this. And then it's like, the whole time we were together, she didn't wash the dishes, not once. She told me, she was like, I don't do that, so you can wash the dishes. She would always tell me to clean her room. Like, she would never ask me to do things. She'd always tell me to do stuff. And it was like, there were certain times where, like, she got too much liberty over my things. Like, yes, when I bought the car and when we were together, I was sharing the car with her, but when we broke up, I told her that the car was mine. And, like, one day I had to take my best friend to school because my best friend's school is 10 minutes from here, and it's like 30 minutes from her house. So I was like, oh, you can spend the night here so that you can get to school quicker. So I was gonna drive her to school, and she left with the car, and I was like, I told her that I had to take Nada to school, and she left with the car in the morning so that I couldn't take Nada to school. Like, she did a lot of things that were very controlling. It's like, me telling you I want you to take control in the bedroom does not mean that you tell me to clean your room. Like, that's not fair. But it's like, that song I wrote, Homie Hopper, I was drunk as fuck, and, like, I haven't even been with one of her friends. Like, I've never even been with one of her friends. And it's like, I wasn't saying anything about her on the internet, and she had literally went on Twitter. And, like, you guys can say what you want and call me the manipulator, but it's like, she literally went on Twitter, and I'm gonna read it word for word so I'm not wrong. She literally went on Twitter and said, watch your mouth, I keep screenshots and recordings. And it's like, why are you making threats online when I literally, the last text I Sorry, I was just trying to send stuff to my iPad. Is everything okay? Is the connection good? I'm not asking you guys to be on any teams or anything. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm just explaining my side of the story. So the last few things that Kane and I talked about, I texted her, hey, she said, what's up? I said, well, I was packing up all my old stuff. I found a lot of our old memories and pictures. I wanted to tell you that I'm not sad anymore. I didn't cry. I'm okay. I'm glad that I'm okay. As I take this time to work on myself, I want you to know that I have no resentment or hatred towards you. I just want you to be the best you that you could be. I really hope you find yourself. I'm starting to find myself. It's going to be a journey, but I'm always going to be here for you. I won't be blowing up your phone every day. We can do weekly checkups if that's something you want to do. But right now, I'm really focusing on myself. Thank you for all the good and bad memories. And I wish you nothing but the best. She texted me back. She said, I'm glad you're finding yourself. Thank you. I said, and then April 6th, I texted her. I said, what's the point of following each other if we don't speak? And then on her birthday, she had went live, and then I guess I had went live at the same time she went live, and then she had blocked my number. She was like, I knew you were going to do something to make me mad, and then blocked my number. So I went to go to the place that she was eating at, because I went to the bank to get money to pay for her breakfast. Even though we weren't together, I wanted to pay for her breakfast as a birthday gift. And then I told her, like, why are you mad at me? She was like, you went live on my birthday. And it was like, I got in trouble for going live on her birthday. And I cried the rest of that day because I didn't see that as a problem, but I guess it was a problem. And so I texted her April 6th. I said, what's the point of following each other if we don't speak? And then I was like, thanks, I fuck with the new song. My favorite line is, you fuck my ex, that bitch is a hoe. So I was being petty. I was upset. I was like, hope you're doing well. Congrats on tour. And then Thursday I texted her. I said, that's sad. I really had love for you. And then Saturday I texted her. I said, I must be on D&D, so I'm going to vent until I'm blocked. My feelings are hurt. I know things ended terrible, but I had no ill intent, and you're out here making disses and threats. That hurts my feelings. And it's like, I don't wish nothing bad on you. I explained to you how I felt about the diss track, and then I explained to somebody how I felt about the diss track. They told me to get a restraining order, but it's like, I didn't even want to do that, because then when we get booked for shows at the same time, one of us can't go, and I'm not trying to stop your career. I'm upset. Like, I'm genuinely sad, and I'm sorry. Thanks for listening. Have a good show tomorrow. And then I texted her Sunday. I said, here are the vents again. Before I vent, I hope you have a good show. Here goes 11/11. This is 11/11 when I did that. And then I was like, I told her some things that I'm not going to say out online because I was venting, but it wasn't about her. I said, and then after that I said, thank you for listening. Have a good show today. Oh, also my nose rings keep falling out, so I'm just taking them out. So now I don't have piercings. I said, congrats, you look like you had, on Sunday I said, congrats, you look like you had fun. I'm proud of you. Monday I said, hey girl, it's me again. I hope you have a good concert. Meanwhile, I'm not getting any responses. And then I was like, yo, and then that's when everything happened. I said, are you going to answer my calls? I said, I literally did nothing to provoke this. Why all of a sudden? All of this, after I asked to unfollow each other, I've been keeping my mouth shut because that's what we agreed to do. I have people in my DMs asking why I hit you when you know I never laid a finger on you. And then that was pretty much it. These were just, like, my emotions. So, sorry if I was angry in what I was saying in these messages, but it's in French. Hold on, I need to translate it. Basically, I wrote in my notes one day, I was like, I feel unimportant. I'm sad because I feel like she's not as happy as she used to be. I love Kane and I appreciate everything she does for me. I'm just having a hard time showing it back. I'm irritated because Kane complains that I don't give her the same attention on social media, but I feel like the tables have turned. Also, when I try to be affectionate, when I'm ready to be affectionate, she'd be turning away. How is she going to complain about my hair being in her face, but she took away my hair ties because she was complaining that her hair was in her face. Also, some girl came into the KNC live and Kane disregarded when I asked her who it was. She was like, hey girl, and I asked who was that, and she ignored me. Anyways, that's my frustration right now. I went to her page and found out who it was, so I'm unbothered, but it's just a simple fact of why she didn't tell me when she asked, when she knows she's cheated before. I said, I'm annoyed because I be in my head, and I realized once I asked Kane to stop being in the middle, that's when we stopped cuddling other girls. So, like, to give some backstory on that, when we would cuddle other girls, because we would have other girls over and cuddle with them, Kane would always be in the middle. And then I asked her if I could be in the middle one time, and she basically blew up on me, and she was like, no, because I'm not going to get any attention. But it's like, how are we cuddling girls when in reality you're the only one cuddling the girl, because I'm not even next to her, like I'm not even close to her. Can we put the girl in the middle, or can I be in the middle sometimes? And she completely blew up on me. And then she had posted, these are notes that I have, like, that I was supposed to that I talked to my therapist about. So here's things that I talked to my therapist about. So here's my therapy session. Kylie's shoes. Sorry that I just put her name out there, my bad. There was this girl that Kane was cheating on me with, and like she basically had, like, she would leave little stuff at the house to, like, make sure that I knew she was there, type shit. And, like, so that she could come back. And this girl, like, that Kane was cheating on me with, like, she would always leave stuff at the house. Like, she would take pictures on top of Kane and stuff. And, like, I caught her on our anniversary. And it was, like, she was basically telling me I was tripping. Like, it wasn't even that deep, like, for real. Like, this, and that. And it was, like, whatever. Then when I did ask her about cuddling, she kept saying there is no middle. Like, there's no middle in cuddling. I'm gonna lay here. And then I was telling my therapist about feeling unloved and, like, being a pushover. And she kept telling me she wasn't going to call me Cocaine. When I told her, like, I didn't want her to call me Lily around other people because I didn't want people to feel like they could call me Lily. And she was like, Kane is a normal name, so you can call me that. But Cocaine isn't a normal name. I'm not going to call you that. Your name's Lily. So, like, that really upset me because it was like, girl, I don't want, like, people to, like, call me that. And it's like, I'm telling you, please don't call me that in front of other people, and you're calling me that. And then I had taken my shirt off around my best friend, and she had asked me, she was like, were you hot? And I was like, yeah, because I do have hot flashes. Like, I have hot flashes all the time. She was like, oh, well, there's no need to take your shirt off. Like, she was like, oh, well, you just want an excuse to take your shirt off. And then it was like, I said, and then, like, also, like, she would say that my mood is off a lot, so that's why she would ignore me. And it was like, if you sense that my mood is off, why not check on me? Like, why not be like, oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm hitting the pub. And it's like, all of this, bro, for promo for a song. Like, all this for promo for a song. Like, my song, Homie Hopper, wasn't even about her. And it's so funny that, like, it wasn't even about her at all. Like, it wasn't. Like, it really wasn't. There's actually a backstory to Homie Hopper, and it's so stupid. And it's like, it wasn't even about her. But she, like, put quotation marks Homie Hopper in her video to prove a point when Homie Hopper wasn't even about her. Like, Homie Hopper literally wasn't about her. Oh, my God. It's so stupid, but I'm just going to say what it's about. This guy that I was talking to, I seen his friends, and this guy I'm talking to, like, right now, like, not anymore, but, like, I seen his friends, like, he brought his friend to the studio, and then I looked at my friend, and I was like, I think I chose the wrong homeboy. Literally, that's how it happened, and then I created a masterpiece. Sorry, like, that's really what happened. Like, it was never even about her homies. Like, she's tripping for real. Of course I went through her phone. She went through my phone. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't have lying problems. I did. I've had really bad lying problems. I got my shit together once she decided to go to my grandparents' house and tell them, and go to my dad's house and record conversations with them and tell them that I was lying. Once my parents got involved, I'm like, you know what, you're right. I do have a lying problem and I need to work on it. So I took myself to therapy. I decided to take it upon myself to get therapy. And it was like, I wasn't even allowed to have therapy alone. Like, she insisted on being in the house when I had therapy. I wasn't allowed to go to the car to have therapy. I wasn't allowed to go on the balcony to have therapy. But when she had her therapy, she was allowed to do whatever she pleased. That's not fair to me. That's not fair. I wasn't allowed to talk to anyone. Like, anyone at all. She's telling me better lawyer up. I'm been lawyered up. I'm already, like, bro, I don't care what you're tweeting about me. I really don't. Like, there's no way that I can lose this case over the simple fact that you brought up my essay, you brought up screen recordings, all this and that. Everything that I mentioned, you did publicly. So it's like, I'm not really worried. It is like, girl, if you really have so much hatred towards me, like, give me back the stuff I got you. Like, give me back the chain I bought you. Like, I bought her an engagement ring and she lost it. Like, you lost the ring. I admitted all my faults. She still hasn't admitted her wrongs. So, if I tell you guys I got SA'd and you go run to the person that I told you SA'd me and you literally go say like, oh, did you SA this person? That's so wrong on so many levels, and especially because you asked the wrong person. You asked the wrong person. I don't know about y'all, but I have more than one grandparent. And it's like, you're not admitting that you burned my clothes and my personal belongings. Like, ooh. I have so much proof that's not admissible. Like, I have so much proof that's not admissible. And it's like, I'm smart. I'm not going to put that out because I'm not getting sued. But I have so much proof that's not admissible. And that irks my soul. That really irks my soul. Like, she just wants to hold her own up, not admit to what she did. That was wrong. But it's whatever. At the end of the day, I've said my piece. I'm done. I wanted to go get my nails done today. Like, I'm scared to leave my own house because she's literally talked about, like, putting money on people's head before. And it's like, I'm not going to be one of those people that she puts money on somebody's head. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm not. Sorry, but I'm not. So, like I said in my tweet, trigger warning, I'm not suicidal, guys. I do not want to kill myself. So if something does happen to me, it was not me. So, like, please hear when I say that I'm not suicidal. And if something does happen to me, it was not me. And none of my family members are suicidal either. And none of my friends are.